Hello YouTube, let's talk about variables. Understanding this concept is absolutely important for grasping all other programming languages and not just PHP. Because trust me, you will learn a couple of more programming languages, and even funnier thing is you will forget a lot of them. So what are variables? Well, here's the story. When you are putting things inside of memory of your PC, you don't know where those things resides as normal user, but you are programmer, okay, and now you need to know that place concretely, okay, exact location. So how to refer to those regions of memory when you have results, okay, how to extract things from memory boxes? Well, you need to have some kind of handle, like or third hand to grab those things. I mean, it's weird comparison, but yeah. So variables are like names for regions of memory where you have data, okay. So let me explain on a classical example. Let's say you wanna you wanna use some name here like John, okay. So this is obviously string, okay, couple of single characters, but now you need to have a way to grab this John and to use it somewhere down the line. Okay, so here you will use variables. And how to create one? Well, you will use dollar symbol, and then after that name, something meaningful that will describe this thing. Okay, so I will just say name and then equality and then John. So basically that means this is some region of memory, and by stating this we are referring to this place in the memory using variable, okay? Now, when you've done that, you need to close like comment with a semicolon. Here's the thing. You can use whatever amount of variables you wanna use to refer to same string, to same data in memory, like this, okay? Like a backup name. And you can, go to same thing, to same John, okay. Now there is a lot of underlining things here, but still you get the point. You can use whatever number of variables you like, but normally you wanna just use one, okay. So this is for John, for name. So let's state here last name. So start with the symbol of dollar, last name, and let's use underscore here because of simplicity and the things be more clear. And let's say that the last name will be Smith or something, who cares. Okay, now what? Address. So street name. So street equals, and let's say main street, okay, don't forget the close command. And let's say house number. So house number, and now you will not use string like 54 is a number of the house. You will just state number here, normal number 54. Of course you can do this, you can enclose number inside of string, but then you will get totally different result, okay. The data types are different, right? So you're probably wondering what's the purpose in this? Well, think about this as some kind of database, okay, and you're pulling things from MySQL table and so on and so on. So why? Because you wanna use it into continuation of script, for example, to create some kind of report for your users. I don't know, accounting, financial reports, police type of reports, something like that. So how we are going to do that? Well, let's introduce concatenation. First we need to create some kind of report. So echo, let's say, and now we will use custom string like name. So this is totally up to us to choose, but because we have already defined variable, now we must use it exactly like it's here down there. So name, and let's connect that with the name. Now this is our custom string and this is actual variable, okay, don't forget that. So let's end this command and let's run our script, I mean refresh our page, and there you go, the thing works. So here's the question: how to connect this part of report to another part of report dedicated for last name? Well, we are going to use dot here, okay, and dot basically means hook this thing to this thing on one line. Okay, so last name and that's pretty much enough. And let's hook that to last name from above. Okay, save and refresh, and the thing will work, but you will probably notice that we don't have space here. So there are a couple of solutions. First, you can have space right here, and that will work. Okay, let's show that. But you can also have space right here, and that will also work. See, so no changes, that means the thing works. But you can also have empty string. Well, let's concatenate, well, left side to empty string and then empty string to right side. So how? Dot and then quotes, empty quotes, and then again concatenation to right part. Okay, and the thing will be absolutely same. So what will happen if you remove this space right here? Well, see, it's back to normal. That is basically not normal. I mean, it is normal, it is correct, but it's kind of ugly. So let's save and refresh, and that thing work. Right, so let's grab other things, but we will do that on the next line. Okay, so echo, what we are grabbing, street, and yeah, street variable, and let's connect that to empty string, and let's connect that to house number, which will be variable house number. Okay, and don't forget semicolon. Okay, save and refresh. Oops, refresh, and now we have this mess here. Everything is connected on one line. So we can choose this in a classical HTML way by enclosing this first string inside of h2, h1, whatever kind of heading. But there is another option here. We can just use break. Okay, classical HTML break. So let's actually do that. So echo, and inside we'll just say break, and now the thing will work. See, there you go. Now some people will say, well, that's a lot of typing. Can I use this break, for example, here? Well, sure, you can do that. It's totally up to you. So let's do that actually. BR, and now the result will be totally same. There you go. But honestly, I don't like messing around pure HTML with PHP. So let's just put it on a dedicated line. You know, it's easier to spot if nothing else. BR, and let's close command, and yeah, so that will pretty much work. So you will probably say, well, that's kind of obvious, you know. Maybe you are even confused with these this thing in the middle. So let's delete it. You know, let's just be content with this simplicity here, and we will use space here and space here. So let me fix that, and this will also work. Okay, I don't want to confuse you too much. So yeah, the reason why this is easy in, for example, PHP and JavaScript and Python is, well, you don't need to tinker too much about data types. And in older programming languages like C and C++ and so on, you need to say, when you're defining variable, what kind of variable is that? Is it, you know, one character? Is it multiple characters? When you are talking about integers, I mean numbers, is that integer positive one? Is that negative integer? When you're thinking about decimals, is it positive? And if it's positive, how many of decimals, and so on? I mean, you really need to be precise. And a lot of people will say that C++ language is powerful and so on. And you know what? That's true. But man, you will spend a lot of time thinking about data types. And if you are working on something really important, and if you mess your data types, then whole other work will totally sink into water. You know, if you create just one error at the start of the script, then man, you can destroy company with that, especially when you are messing around with financial applications. But yeah, you will probably work with a team of people, but you know, still, it is, trust me, it is way too easier today to be programmer. Okay, you can just type your variable and your PHP or Python will instantly recognize what you're trying to achieve here. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna shut up, and this is pretty much enough for one tutorial. And yeah, so I'm gonna render, and as always, thank you for watching, support, see you next tutorial.